We did go to Vegas. And he's like, I almost passed out.
And he's like, oh, you're losing. Throws a voucher at me for $300, right?
Drama.
Vegas, am I right?
The following podcast is a Dear Media production.
Pretty basic. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Pretty Basic. I'm your co-host, Remi Parsons.
And I am your other co-host, Alisha Marie. Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like this video, hype this video. If you're an audio listener, thank you so much. Just give yourself a high five. I don't know.
I agree. I missed you.
I missed you too. How are we? I want the full rundown. We have to get into Vegas. Obviously, we're going to do that.
Yes.
Because I just feel like it's been go, go, go. There's been so much.
Go, 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 and another go.
Go, go, go.
Go, go, go. Also, shout out to Kay, who was on last week's episode. I was telling my vlog this morning. I think it's so cute. And also, I had this moment where I was like, oh my God, wait, I should like double check to make sure she's not mad. Because here's the thing. Not that I'd be mad, but we all know my pet peeve is when people I don't know call me Rem. You know? Or a nickname. You know what I mean? I feel as though a nickname needs to be earned. So that's my thought process on nicknames. As also calling someone a best friend. You have to like let them say.
She's
You know what I
Kay.
mean? Okay, here's the thing. The only people in her life that call her Kay are her mom and I. Isn't that funny? So I did check with her because I was like, I just do it because I'm talking about her. But then obviously like people around me, whether they're in real life or online, hear me call her Kay. So they're like, oh, she's Kay.
Yeah.
So then I call her Miss K sometimes, which is so funny because of
Miss
Bretman's
K.
Miss K.
I love Miss K.
I love Miss K. Recently to Kay, I was like, it's okay that I like call you Kay and like other people. She's like, no, I love it. So we're all good on that front.
Well, thank God, because I was so worried.
Well, thank God, because the whole internet does, but she loves it. But all to say, thank you for giving Kay so much love for coming on the pod. She did such a good job.
She did so amazing. Like, I had so much fun. I even this morning was like reading comments, and so many people were saying it was one of their favorite episodes.
Aww.
And I just like, it warmed my heart. So thank you guys. We see your comments. We love you.
Keep them coming.
Keep them coming.
Keep it fun.
But yeah, no, it was really fun because to me, I'm like, she's PB Universe, like number
is.
one.
Yes,
you know?
agreed.
Yeah.
Also for like her first time being on a podcast with video, like she really did such a great job. It is kind of nerve wracking. It can be.
Yeah, it's the lights, which we did get some new lights. I doubt you guys can tell, but we can, so that's all that matters. Let's give it up for the Pretty Basic sign in the back.
Woo!
Let's go wide.
Yeah,
Look
let's
at
go
that.
wide. Let's
Look
go
at
wide.
that.
It
You
really
can
does.
see her now. It's the small things.
The studio is looking amazing. You're looking amazing.
Remi, thank you. I used my Oil Sucker one size setting spray.
It was, you guys, we have to put the video on. We'll put the video on the screen for video watchers. One Size is always innovating. They are crushing it. And they came out with this spray that literally sucks up the oil in your makeup. And Alisha and I are oily girls. When are you the oiliest?
Probably like puberty in middle school.
Oh,
that was
time
really
in your
bad.
life. Okay.
No. I know what you mean.
That too, though, yes.
Honestly, just like midday.
Ooh.
Like towards the end of the day. You know, it's one of those things that it's gotten better over the years, but I mean, the bottle literally says liquefying blotting sheets.
How the hell are they doing it?
Remi, there's a lot of things I'm like, how do you do that?
Science is amazing. I am the oiliest when I wake up from a nap.
Oh my God. Well,
Right?
do you know why?
Why?
I've learned this recently, and this is why it's so bad to sleep with makeup on.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. As a kid, I'd always be like, okay, but why? I was that annoying kid. My mom would say something like, why? Why? Like, I need to know the answer why. I need to know. Because it just gives me context.
I pray to God my kid is not like that.
My mom would be like, I'm like, what are those? And she's like, they're clouds. I'm like, why? Why are they in the sky? Like,
I mean,
why?
I think it's sweet to be inquisitive, but as a parent, I'd be like, I don't have time to Google right
and
now.
don't you dare lie to me because I'll remember.
That's the thing too. Yeah.
exactly. So I read that when you sleep, that's when your skin restores itself the most and it needs more oxygen. So your pores open up more, which is so it can get more oxygen. So it makes sense that there's more oil because the pores are bigger. And that's why if you sleep with makeup on, even if it looks good, like your pores will open up so it gets deeper into your skin.
That makes complete sense because there is no worse feeling than waking up from a nap with my makeup on. Let's
Or
say
contacts in. Oh,
contacts for me is one thing. Contacts is bad, but oily skin after a nap for me is like, I'm also really weird about like my body being wet or like being overstimulated
Explain that
by,
a little more.
by water. As I said, Cal is a good eater. And so now, like, after the shower, like, my wet hair is what. The fact that you sleep with wet hair keeps me up
anymore.
at night. But, like, the fact that you do sometimes and can keeps me up at night.
Well, I also saw recently someone being like, even if you sleep with your hair wet at all, it can, like, grow bacteria.
Ooh.
I know. Or, like, not fungus, but like it's very bad for that reason, like cleanliness wise. And I never thought of that. I just thought like, oh, maybe I'll get sick. Where now I've gotten in a great habit of blow drying my hair at night or blow drying my hair at night. It's crazy.
I also remember one of my hairstylists a long time ago told me that your hair is the most vulnerable when it's wet, because think about when your hair's wet, it's like stretchy almost. And this is also, she told me when I was like bleaching my hair, so it was already like thin
stringy.
and orange and stretchy and falling out of my head. And she was like, you really shouldn't sleep. Luckily for her, I get overstimulated, so I wasn't going to anyways. But like, it's the worst you could do, because you're rolling around, you're tossing around, your hair's stretching, it's breaking, it's getting thinner. So T,
all that to
a little
say,
PB science.
T. Women in STEM.
Women in STEM. I feel like I'm coming at you with like less brain cells than normal, though probably from all the binge drinking that I did in Vegas. But we did go to Vegas.
Oh, we had a time.
We had a time. Oh, we did talk about it before we left, though.
We said,
about
look
Cal
out.
Surprise.
I had so many people in my real life look at me like, how the hell did you do Coachella and then Vegas?
Yeah.
I was like, did you not hear my voice in my vlog? I was like, cooking. I was literally like, I am sick. It was
Which,
so bad.
I mean, we really did power through, I will say. And even Cal, too, because Cal had no voice. And it wasn't even like sick. I feel like we all just ingested so much dust and just shit in the desert. The wind. You see that stagecoach had to evacuate because of the wind?
Sorry, not to brag. The way when I saw that, I was like, thank God I'm not there. Thank God I'm not one of those people.
Not to make it about me, but thank God.
No,
I'm
not to make
there.
it about me, but that's what I thought. I was like, wow, I'm so glad I'm not there right now. And it made me realize if that happened for Bieber, people would have stayed. They would have not left.
Yeah, you're so right.
But yeah, so much
Well,
dust.
he would have left, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I did see online that people evacuated, and then eventually they were able to come back. But at that point, by the time that you get home, I saw a lot of people were like, oh, I'm not going back. So I'm curious if the people who got pushed, like their set times, were they giving like private concerts essentially? Because that would be sweet.
Oof.
One of them was Riley Green, who's that?
that?
He sings that song, "Excuse me, you look like you love me." You know that one? Really?
I really
You look like you want me to want
I feel like you're
you.
actually like okay pitch. I was like, you're actually doing great.
Thank you.
I think it's more of my brain. I don't think
Baby,
so, but
I
maybe.
don't blame. No? Okay.
yeah.
Well, him. Apparently he's popular. And I need the tea on the Ella Langley, Megan Maroney, Riley Green of it all.
Is there like a triangle?
It was giving, yes.
Or threesome.
Yes. I don't know. No, probably like a love triangle of some sort. It was like Selena, Miley, Nick.
Oh.
I saw people also compared it to like, I think it was Dolly and a couple other people. But unfortunately, when I think of a
Triangle?
love triangle, I think of Miley, Selena, Nick.
I so think of Twilight, and that
Oh,
is the
so
epitome.
good.
No, that's the epitome of our brains and our friendship. Like, you know,
I never really got into Twilight. I wasn't a Twihard.
it's sad, but it's okay.
I was there though.
No,
Like,
I
I went to the theater. My mom was more into the books than I was.
I feel. I mean, we all know books. I personally think are always better than the movie or film adaptation. However, if I remember hating the first movie when I saw it in theaters because it was so cheesy, and it was only the books why I was like so invested. I just remember being like, ew, that was so cringe. Ew, that was so cringe. So I can't even imagine not reading the books and just watching the movies. I think I'd be like, this is what y'all are obsessed about.
I mean, to be honest, actually, yes, but no, because I don't think I read the books.
I didn't know what depression was then until I was going through my own breakup and I was reading New Moon and it was like September, October, November. In that moment, I was like, I feel this. Like I was like, I feel this. Actually, I think we just, I think that's maybe when a cheating thing happened. Maybe we didn't break up then because when did New Moon come? I think it was a sophomore. That's a junior tracks. Regardless, I didn't know what depression was until I read October, November, December.
Stephanie Meyer, that's all it took. Stephanie Meyer was able to encapsulate depression
In 4 pages.
Isn't
So few words.
Wait, speaking of movie adaptations, did you see
Verity?
the trailer for Verity? It kind of scared me. What was going on?
No, here's the thing. I kind of agree with what you're saying about the no expectations.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it is nice just watching a movie and not knowing what's going to happen. And with Verity, like, obviously I'm like, wow, if I never read the books, I'd probably be so like, holy shit, which I still am. But even Housemaid, for instance, like I really liked the book. I didn't love the movie. I thought it was a great adaptation, but sometimes like characters are just always different, you know? So I really hope I like Verity. So far from what I've seen, it looks amazing.
What the hell is that book about? Why is she? What was going on?
It's
Who's
so
in
good.
it? Anne Hathaway?
Anne Hathaway, Dakota Johnson. And oh my God, I loved him. He was in oh, don't tell me. Oh my God, I loved him. He was in Pearl Harbor.
Oh, I know. He's so hot.
Say it.
Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett.
Yeah, he's hot.
Hot.
Honestly, like happy for him that he's back. Unless he did something problematic, then upset. I just don't
Then
keep
what
tabs
the
on
fuck?
Josh Hartnett. Yeah, keep him off my screen.
It is interesting, actors like that where you haven't really seen them in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for this. The book was one of my favorite books of I was gonna say Stephanie Meyer, Colleen Hoover. It was definitely one of my favorite ones.
I only
There's
read
some spice, but it's
one.
more of a thriller.
I read one. Yeah, it seems scary.
Yeah, it's
the
more of
only
a thriller.
one I wanted to read that one, but then everyone told me I'd be scared, so I didn't. But the
I think
one that
you'd
I
like
read was like a girl.
Reminders of him.
No, it was like her, and she was like at an apartment building, and it's like I think her brother's friend, and I think he was on a basketball team, maybe. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up with a different book.
You know what though? Like a girl, there's so many options.
Wait, I have to look it up now. I have to look it up. Hold on. I just have to look up titles. Ugly Love.
Oh,
Right? Wasn't he a
that one
basketball
had some
player?
good spicy scenes.
I love
I think
a
I
good
told you
spicy
during. I
scene.
was like, bitch, read this
I
one.
did like that. That's the only one that I've read. But let's get into Vegas.
Yes, we have a lot to cover. I'm finally not sick anymore. Thank you guys so much for all of the get well wishes. I think I'm finally feeling like a human now. 2 weeks later.
I'm feeling that too.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Okay, let's start with, obviously it was a surprise for Cal. It's his 30th
Yes.
birthday. That's why we were there anyway. Did he, and I know he knew you guys were going.
Yes.
After Coachella, did he ever say anything around the lines of wanting to push it or he was too tired? Because that is a very strong weekend choice.
Yes.
For a birthday trip right out. You know what I mean?
Yes. So I had planted the seeds for like months and knew obviously it was going to be a lot back to back to back, but still really excited. And after Coachella, I mean, I was tired. He was tired. Like we were getting tired, especially after the book tour too, like going straight into
No,
it.
you've
I
been
was
go for
I
a
was a
long
little
time.
tired, but also I knew it wasn't an option to not go because other than us, 16 other people were like going and had planned and had booked travel
Yeah.
and like all those sorts of things.
Well,
so,
and he was sick. So in my head, I was like, oh gosh, I hope he's not saying, oh, I don't know if we should, why don't we just move it or something, you know?
As I told you guys already, I had told him that he and I were going to Vegas because I was just nervous someone might let it slip. He's got a couple friends whom I love, but they've got
See you
little,
next week, bud.
that they've got loose lips. It's also really funny too because I didn't tell my in-laws. We talk all the time. And I was like, I don't know if I should or if I shouldn't. I was like, you know what? I'm going to let Abby and Sam tell them if they
They
want
think so,
to.
yeah.
They obviously know their parents better than I do.
My mom, we call it a gumball. She would gumball. Like
What's a
spilling
gumball?
something. Like if she slipped a secret or like gave away a surprise, we call it gumball. So she'd be like, oh, I did a gumball.
Wait, that's so cute.
I don't know where that
and
even
obviously
started.
it's like exciting and it's sweet. It's just
No,
like,
but she's someone who gumballs all the time. So I would be careful, you know.
and here's the thing. I don't know if my in-laws would gumball. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to let Abby and Sam handle that. And so, or if they want to tell them they can, if not, obviously I'll call my mother-in-law and tell her everything
Yeah.
after. But just in case, I'm not sure. But it was really funny because I was like, I'm going to let them handle that. All good. And then I think I texted them. No, I didn't text them. When we did the big surprise, I walked up to them after and I was like, by the way, guys, did you say anything to your parents? Because that morning at the airport, Cal's parents wanted to wish him happy birthday. So he's on the phone with them. And I'm like, I don't know if they know. I haven't talked to them about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Abby and Sam
Even
talked
just
to them.
hinting like, have so much fun this weekend.
That's the thing. So I wasn't sure, and I was like, I know I didn't say anything, but they could have said something, but I haven't had the time to talk to them about it yet.
You're twitching.
I'm no, literally in my brain, and I'm following him around while he's on the phone, like, but it's not on speaker because we're at the airport. So I'm like, what's going on? And then we get to Vegas, and I see them. I'm like, by the way, did you guys tell your parents? They went, no. I was like, oh my gosh, okay. They're like, we just know, and it would have been the most endearing thing, but they were like, we just know somehow our dad would have group chatted us. They were like, he gets the group chats mixed up all the time. It would have been one with Cal, been like, Abby, Sam, do you guys land in Vegas yet? Smiley face.
Yeah. Let us know when you guys land.
Yes, exactly. So they were like, we decided it would be better to wait until we arrive. And so then they sent like a big group photo of all of us, and they were so sweet and so excited.
That's so
and I'm going to send his mom like the cup and the bandana and the t-shirt and everything. But I was like, okay, so we all were on the same wavelength of like, we'll tell them after, which was really funny.
It was so funny because I was doing my laundry and I look and there's just a Cal bandana. And I was like, this photo has been used so many times. I feel like I should keep this for the next whatever.
Here's the thing. I think the photo's dead. Officially now, I think.
Dead?
I think we're done with her.
I don't know.
I think she's archival. She's going into the archives.
Oh my God. Well, do we have another photo?
Oh, we have plenty.
Oh my God. Well, if you ever wonder why I haven't been in with your, actually I still have my Cal shirt from the original
Keep
Cal
it all. That's the thing. It's archival now.
Yeah.
Put her away. She'll become vintage
Yeah, if you
in
see it
20
on my
years.
Poshmark and it's going for 10 grand, just like, no.
Just look the other way. And that, you know what, girl, that's okay. But he was excited. And I think what was so endearing about the whole thing is he was just excited to hang out with me. Like he's so hang out with me. It was really sweet, like just to spend time together. Like he was so excited. And I had this moment where basically we initially had a flight that was supposed to get us there at 1 p.m. My original flight got canceled. And so once that got canceled, I was like, honestly, you know what? This is good because everybody else is flying in anywhere between like 1:30 to like 6 p.m. And I was like, just God forbid he were to see you at the airport, he were to see Tommy, he were to see his best friend, he'd be like, oh, the jig is up, obviously. So I was like, oh, this is
My
great.
jig is up.
I'm going to get us on an earlier flight then. So we leave at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Oof, girl.
We flew American
I was still
Air.
sleeping.
Honestly, I powered through the weekend, but I that morning I was like, I wish that I picked a later flight. So we flew in and I think we maybe got delayed like 20 minutes, but it wasn't bad at all. So we get on the flight, we get there, we land, we're really excited. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, we land now at 11 a.m. and the surprise was at 6 p.m. And I was like, okay, I have 7 hours to stall this man. But it's Vegas. What? Like, there's no better way to kill 7 hours than just experiencing Vegas. 1 hour for donuts, 2 hours for gambling, 1 hour for hand rolls, 1 hour for walking. Like, and I got it all figured out. So we landed and then we went to the Venetian. Shout out to the Venetian. Love you so much. I'll get into the tea of the Venetian later because I saw some comments on my vlog and I felt like maybe people want to know a little bit about like how a stay like that works. I'll give that to you after. So we go and we put our bags at the Venetian. And I also once we landed, I was tweaking because I was like, okay, at any point now, someone could ruin the surprise, whether someone is not following my texts of where we're going, someone goes to the wrong place.
Or he checks his Find My Friends.
Even
though I literally didn't worry about that at all.
Also, my big worry was if he was with me at the check-in counter, then obviously the workers are all so sweet and lovely, but God forbid someone were to be like, oh, are you a part of this big group?
Well,
or how many suitcases? You know what I mean?
Remi,
Just God forbid.
We never talked about this because I had the same thing. I looked at Tommy and I was like, because I was on your room, and when I checked in, they were like, oh, like, because Ollie was also in my own room, but you had me on the reservation so I could get access to your room.
Yes.
So I explained it to the guy. He was so helpful. But even when I checked in, he was like, oh, I already have an Ollie checked in. Like, I was scared they were going to do that with you.
Yeah.
With me.
Yeah. And like, obviously they're just doing their job, but like that was actually my biggest fear was like the check-in or the luggage.
I know.
Because obviously they're just so flippantly going to be like, oh, you're on the reservation?
Are
you have 7 rooms?
Are you the part? Yeah.
Exactly. So I was like hyper aware. So that's when I started thinking like, oh, okay, I'm going to tell Cal. I think what I told him is like, oh, I have a surprise, or the hotel wants to send you a surprise or something. So can you stand over there when I go check the luggage? And he was like, okay. And then that's when he started being like picking up on me being weird. Then you know me, I'm a bad liar and I gave too many details. So then I started freaking out. So then I'm like, oh my God, he thinks something. And I also texted Forrest. His best friend Forrest is the people who came were me, obviously, you, obviously, Ollie, Chesko, Tommy, and then it was his best friends, Russell and Russell's wife, his best friend Campbell, Campbell's wife, his best friend Blake, Blake's fiance, Jeremy, Lauren.
Chesko, Ollie.
I said Chesko, Ollie.
Oh.
His best friend, he too has a lot of best friends. Forrest is his best friend from college as well.
Oh, Sam and Abby.
Sam, Abby, and then Abby's husband, Tyler. So it was like a big group. I might have missed someone, but it was a big group. And so Forrest I knew was coming in later, and Sam had told me he was coming in later. So I group texted them. But up till now, I had every message or like group chat. Like we had obviously our big group chat with everybody where I was like, do not come to the Venetian.
Yeah.
Do not come here. But that was on hide alerts.
Yeah.
I didn't put Sam and Forrest on hide alerts. So we're at the Uber line.
He's seeing your...
Forrest texts me. And like Forrest and I do not text.
Yeah.
Obviously. So, well, not obviously. I'm just like, I'm not texting his
No,
friends
yeah,
without him in
like
the
that.
chat.
Like, I would be...
Don't be weird about it. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
So his name comes up at the top, and Cal's so tall. So he's like, I could tell he saw my phone.
Did he see it?
I had a feeling. He like looked over. Forrest's name popped up, and I clicked my phone really fast, and I was like,
Then you're like, shit, now you saw me...
be weird.
Be weird.
And I was just like, okay.
Wait, did you ever confirm if you saw or not?
So I was like, in my mind, I was like, he might have seen. And then he was like, I think now we're waiting for the Uber to take us to donuts. And he was like, you're being kind of weird. And I was like, no, like, wait, what? And he was like, I just think you have something up your sleeve. And then I was like, no, do you want me to be honest? And then I wasn't honest.
Okay, fine, I'll be honest.
Okay, fine, I'll be honest. And then I told a lie. I said, they want to send up like a bottle of alcohol for you. So they were like just trying to coordinate that with me. And he
It's
was
fine
like,
to lie
okay.
in the name of birthday
In the name
surprises.
of a surprise.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, oh, he's like, okay, you're being weird, but okay. And then like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He like dropped it. He ended up telling me that he did see Forrest's name but he said still even, and I understood what he's saying. Like, even though he saw Forrest's name, his mind didn't immediately go to, oh, I bet Remi's throwing me a surprise party in Vegas and everybody flew out
Like
for
maybe
me.
he sent something.
He was like, oh, I bet Forrest is planning something for when I get home. Like maybe he's sending a cake or maybe he's sending me something.
Aww.
So that's all he thought. So crisis averted. We ended up getting in the car. We went to the donut shop, which the owner was there. As we're at the donut shop, I'm now getting texts because now it's the time when everyone should be landing or is starting to take off.
But all of our flights are getting delayed.
Every single person's flight is getting delayed. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm getting a little nervous, but I was like also, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's okay. People were saying it had to do with maybe Trump or also the wind. It was like one or the other. Some people were, I don't know what was going on.
Well, actually, I get a text being like, your flight's delayed an hour. And I was like, oh, perfect. I have time to go to CVS and get boob tape. So then I go and I'm like, la-di-da. And then it's like, now your flight's been moved up 30 minutes. So luckily I was right around the corner, but I made it perfectly in time. I sat down, 5 minutes, we were boarding. So it worked out
they moved it
perfect.
back up?
They moved it back up. I didn't even know.
I feel like that should be illegal.
Remi, I was like, I could take my time. I'm going to CVS. I'm picking out straws. I'm picking out boob tape. I'm vlogging in my car. And then I was like, oh, let's go.
That's the thing. Like, I so appreciate if I have things to do, a delay, of course.
Yeah.
But if you've told me there's a delay, you can't go back on it because what if I go back to sleep? What if I'm out doing things and now I can't read? What if I'm gonna miss it now?
I know. But also, I guess if I need to get there at a certain time, I'd be grateful.
Which I do appreciate, yes, I get that
It goes
too.
both ways. But yes, I was shocked they were able to do that so quick. Because to me, 30 extra minutes, if I went to the now drive-through, I would miss my whole flight, you know? That's a long line. Regardless, you're stressing, everyone's getting delayed. Lauren and Jeremy, I think, were the worst.
They were delayed like hour after hour after hour.
Like 4 hours?
I think so.
It was a good amount of time.
I was like, it's fine. We're just going to let it ride. We're going to let it ride. It's okay. And so at this time, like Cal has no idea, but I had this like actually really sweet moment at the donut shop right after the owner walked out and said, hi, am I enjoying my donuts? I loved them. I had this moment where I was like, oh my God, this is the moment you've been waiting for months now. This is the moment that you've been planning for. More than anything, I mean, I like to get all sappy. He's such a good partner. He's such a good husband. He takes such good care of me. He just means so much to me. And I was so happy to be able to do this for him because I know he had thought about it and dreamt of it before, but I also know he would never actually do it for himself.
Also,
he would
no
never
one
arrange
wants to
this
plan
for
a
himself.
surprise party for themselves.
For sure.
Like, it's, it has to fully be done by someone.
Even if it wasn't a surprise party, like he would never plan a birthday trip for himself.
Yeah.
Because he thinks that it is a burden for other people. So
I
I'm like,
get it.
I was getting so excited. Like, I also got through the book tour. Like, I was like, I did that. That's something that I was really nervous about for so long. And I just kept being like, I can't wait to get through this. Obviously, it was such a blessing and to be able to go and meet everybody. But like, I was really nervous and scared. And that was something also that I had worked for years on. And so I was like, once I get through this, like, I'm going to do it. And then I get to celebrate Cal. So I was so excited. We're sitting at the donut shop and I had this moment where like, oh my God, like, you did it. Like that was something you're really nervous about. You're here now. This is something you've been looking forward to for months. And I can't wait to celebrate him. He's just like the best person in the world. So I'm having this moment. He has no idea. He's just eating his donut.
Yes. and what's going through his brain?
Ooh, chocolate. Ooh, chocolate. And so then we get in the car. I took us to the Cosmo because I was
guys
like,
love
this
the
is far
Cosmo.
enough. We love the
I
Cosmo.
always lose money there, so I think I've officially decided I don't like it.
I do too. You want to know something funny? I was actually supposed to be back in Vegas right now as we speak at the Cosmo.
No.
Shout out to Chloe Bounds. Chloe and Addison invited Cal and I to come to Chloe's golden 30th birthday today.
Another 30th.
I know. She texted me like maybe a month ago or so, and she was like, hey, this is crazy. Because the only time we've ever hung out was in Vegas one time when we happened to be there, but we like really hit it off. And so she was like, do you want to come for my golden 30th birthday? I was like, honestly, I do. Let me get through Cal's birthday because we're going 2 weeks earlier and I'll let you know. And then I told her, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't. I want to. I shouldn't.
I feel like Vegas twice in a month is crazy.
Diabolical. So I was like, I love you. Happy 30th. I'll see you again soon.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to be there right now, but didn't go. But we're at the Cosmo. We're gambling. We went to the Chandelier Bar. I'm still texting everybody, and people are starting to come in now. And Alisha so graciously not only like flew with like extra snacks and drinks and everything, and like got to the room early. I watched your vlog where you were in the other side of the world.
No, Remi, that I was sweating and out of breath. I don't know. I think in my vlog, I was like, I'm sure I mixed it up. I think the man who checked me in so sweet. I think he definitely
got
led me
confused.
astray. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Which it's fine. But I went up and down and around, and I would have vlogged more, but my hands were full.
You did an amazing job. Also, I was dying because when I was watching your vlog, you were like recounting what happened and you didn't speak English for one thing.
And I was sick, so I was out of breath from being sick alone. So I'm being a mouth breather. And I'm like, and then it's, you know what I mean?
There was something you said where I was like, I have no idea what she just tried to say. And it's funny because I scrolled down and like the top comment was like, what did she say?
No, I saw that comment too, and I was like, it was, yeah. But we were good. I was very, I thought we were in different towers. Turns out we were in the same tower.
You poor thing.
Vegas is great. And I'm like,
Also, how do they expect people to be like walking through when you're blacked out drunk?
no.
Like there's thousands of hotel rooms in a hotel. It's crazy.
Also, can I say something crazy?
sure.
I think there's pretty privilege that happens because
Okay.
I'm
So you agree? You think you're really pretty?
no. I'm such a bitch. I'm literally walking and they put us in a nice like tower, okay?
Yeah.
Because I go to these other ones where I think my room is with Ollie, and I'm looking and it's all just men, like older, like mostly all white men who are there in Vegas. And I felt it because anytime
You hitting on a bros trip?
but all different trips, convention here, bachelor here.
They love a convention.
No, but here I am and I'm struggling with my luggage, and I felt like I was the only woman in the sea of the Atlantic Ocean. Like literally, like they'd all just like stare at me, and I was like, where are the women? Like, where are the girls? Like, there's no one over here. And then I go into a different tower.
Girls tower.
Couples, and I was like, do they purposely move people to different places?
Honestly, probably because if they're going for a convention, it's like maybe it's a room block.
I was like, there's no way you and you connect in real life. So I'm like, it just felt like the Groupon special was here, and then like it was just.
But maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. And I say pretty privileged. Obviously, I was just being conceited. But no, the whole point was that like I was just it felt like different worlds in each floor.
But is that not Vegas?
No, it's
Isn't that
so
the beauty
Vegas.
of Vegas?
But finally, when I saw another woman, I was like, thank God. I was like, thank God. The poor security guard.
Sign of life.
No, literally, the security guard, because I passed him 4 times, I was like, got confused. He was like,
You with the ice bucket?
No, literally. I literally was like, sorry, and he was like, I figured. That happened to me with 2 different security guards
that's
on
really
different floors.
funny.
And I was just like, damn, because I can't pretend.
And
I
you
walked,
brought your suitcase.
I walked up with a suitcase. 5 minutes later, I come back with the same suitcase.
You poor thing.
No, it was just really funny.
I really want to say though, I do appreciate you so much. Like, thank you for real.
No, you are so welcome. I would do it time and time again. It was just so funny. If
I want
I had
the
a camera
surveillance
yeah,
footage.
I want the and you know me. At first, I don't like asking for it. By the end, I'm like, I call Ollie and I'm just like, I'm on the floor, but there's no, are we the North Tower or the South Tower? I figured it out on my, I think he told me the right tower, but on the ticket, he checked the wrong one. So when I went to double check, I was like, okay, I'm going the right way, which he did give me a map and clearly I fucked up with the map. I don't know.
That is
Regardless,
so
it
sad.
was, that's me out of breath.
This is my I don't think so, honey. Carpet in hotel.
Remi?
On hotel floors.
Don't.
Why are we putting, not floors, like the hallways.
Uh-huh.
How are we supposed to wheel our suitcases on carpet?
And
That's my I don't think so, honey.
I wasn't going to bring this up, but like that was the last reason for me.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I and that was heavy. You took like a lot of alcohol in a suitcase for me.
Bitch.
I know. You're like, don't remind me.
That was heavy. But it is smart. And you don't really think about the fact that you can fly with alcohol.
A lot of people.
You can travel with food.
You can, you could can you bring your own shooters on a plane?
I don't know about
That's, I think,
the
probably.
plane and carry-on's different.
You can probably carry them on, but you can't drink them. Because I do feel like when they do like a little announcement, like, right? Or like maybe on like the menu or something, it's just like you can't consume your own alcohol. But like if it's under 3.4 fluid ounces, it's probably not flagging. But you can check your own bottles. Obviously, you have to pay if you have to pay for suitcases or you have to pay if it's overweight
and stuff. But I would have instead I would have been like, oh, we'll just buy way overpriced bottles of alcohol in Vegas.
Yeah.
But you taught me, oh, you can literally check a bag with alcohol and fly there, and it's so much cheaper.
If you're flying with your airline and you also get a free bag, you could bring it. Like, yeah, go to Costco, buy the bottle. Because a lot of people were commenting that because they were like, oh my God, why did I like think that you can't? Even like a box of seltzers. But like, they do fly with, you get a soda in the air.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you can fly with it.
No, you overnight.
I understand why you think that it's going to explode. But also my
we
reasoning
only
for
had
that.
only one open.
One truly open.
That's crazy.
But also thinking about.
We sound like we're enabling people right now. We're like, you can
bring
fly with
alcohol anywhere you go.
Granted, our flight is only like 45 minutes. So if you're on like an 8-hour flight, maybe it won't work.
No, you can take it anywhere.
Oh, I meant like pressure, But
I think it's okay. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm just like, yes, Vegas, they jack the price up. The amount of times I've tried to do like an Instacart order or like a Postmates order in Vegas, but they drop it to the wrong hotel room or
wrong tower.
Like
I
at my
get it.
bachelorette, we tried to order it to the hotel so many times, and the front desk was like so upset with us, and they never got the packages. And so I was just like, I don't want to also inconvenience someone else. And I understand that. I don't want to inconvenience someone else to like ask them to go to the store. Like I was not going to ask you to go to the store once you got to Vegas. So I was like,
so sweet.
I will do it myself.
It's just funny because if I was a front desk person, also there's story. Ashley worked at a front desk for like 4 years at hotels, and she has stories galore. So I can't even imagine a Vegas front desk worker. Like if I had the same, this is clearly why I'm in the right field and not customer stuff. I would, if the same room was like getting all of these, I'd be like, come get it, like yourself. I would be so annoyed.
Well, but also remember that time we were at the Venetian and Zane and Heath had left and we stayed another night because we love Vegas.
Like the best.
And that front desk girl was a subscriber and we are like,
yes.
Oh, you probably have seen crazy shit. She was like, you don't even want to know.
Even just like gambling addiction and all that kind of stuff. Like it's so sad like hearing stories like that. So I feel like anyone in hotel and like hospitality, people have stories galore, but specifically like Vegas, like there's just a lot. Yes, all that to say, bring your own chips.
Bring your own chips.
And maybe even casino chips, because I left with the $5 in my pocket and I forgot to cash it out because I was like, I'm going to cash this out. But then I got distracted by Coffee Bean and I got my latte and then I left and I was like, damn it, I forgot to exchange my $5 token.
That's
what I figured.
We'll be back.
Okay, I think we're all in agreement that the best part of going out is getting ready with your girls, right?
I feel like it's the truest form of girlhood.
Those pre-going out moments are when everyone is the most excited, you're finishing your makeup, and someone always ends up saying, wait, we need a getting ready drink.
Malibu just came out with Malibu Pink. Malibu Pink is basically summer in a drink. It's a bright pink rum with tropical flavors of
Guava, pineapple, and coconut, which just feels perfect for a girls' night getting ready moment. The energy just starts building before you even leave the house, which is why having something to sip on during that time makes it even better.
You know me. I mean, I love coconut and I love pineapple, but I love guava. I'm not kidding. I got into like a 20-minute conversation this weekend with the girl about how much we love guava. I've been a guava fan since I was a baby, and Malibu Pink is amazing, especially if you mix it with lemonade. It makes it like a really refreshing and simple drink. Also, of course, you can just take it as a shot when your Uber is 2 minutes away. I love when a drink just fits the vibe of the night, and Malibu Pink totally does that. It's like the perfect girls' night drink. It's just delicious. It's fruity. It's perfect for summer, and it just makes everything a little bit more festive before you head out. So if you're planning a girls' night, getting ready for dinner, or heading out for the night, Malibu Pink is a fun one to bring into the mix.
Get ready with Malibu Pink and find it at a retailer near you.
For additional information, visit Malibu.com and follow at Malibu Drinks US on Instagram or at Malibu Rum on TikTok.
Must be 21 or older to purchase. Please drink responsibly. Malibu Pink, white rum with tropical liquor, 21% alcohol volume, 2025, imported by Pernod Ricard, USA, New York, New York.
We did push the surprise back because everybody was running late, so I had to buy another hour. But I will say we were at the Chandelier Bar, and it was so funny because we were just like having a normal conversation, and then I get the text that's like, hey, like it's gonna have to be like a 2-group surprise. And in my mind I was like, I don't want that for him. Like,
Yeah.
I want everyone to be there.
If it comes down to
they can.
waiting 40 more minutes,
Exactly. I was
yeah.
like, let's just push it. I was like, hey, everybody, like, do you want me to just push it to 7? And everybody was like, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Everyone
I was like,
needed
sweet.
to like shower and glam.
I mean, he's my husband, so like, I don't mind hanging out with him for another hour, obviously.
You're like, oh, fine.
And I actually was like grateful too, because I was like, this is the time that we get to spend just us two.
He doesn't know it, but it's the only time.
Exactly. He had no idea. And so it was really sweet because I checked the phone and we're like, okay, 7. I'm like, perfect. I need to buy another hour. So here's 30 things I love about you. I went through 30.
You're talking so slow.
I was like, number 1.
Let me, oh, that's so good. So many.
So many to say.
You're like, okay, 2 minutes.
But we ended up having like a really beautiful heart-to-heart conversation a la Chandelier Bar. And it was really sweet because it was like a good heart-to-heart. And at one point, we were talking about my bachelorette and his bachelor trip. And I was like, isn't it crazy? It was pretty much a year ago. And like the last time I was here at the bar and I was like telling him all the stories and everything. And then he was just like, I really hope that I can bring my friends to Vegas one day. And I was like, wait, really? And he's like, yeah. He's like, like, they're so good to me and they're so fun and they just like, they deserve to just have a good time. And his friends, like, I see you guys all the time, not only for work stuff, but like we are always hanging out. Cal's friends they don't hang out as much. They like do their gaming, and he has a lot of friends also that are like out of different states,
a lot
or his
flew in.
family lives other places. Yeah. So
or
for
drove in.
him,
A lot of people drove like 4 hours,
a lot of
6
people
hours.
drove. I mean, some flew from Vermont.
Yeah.
Some flew from Iowa. Like, people flew all over the country for him, and they don't get to see each other in person. A lot of his friends have kids, so they're just more busy.
Different life
busy
paths.
And so when he said that, in my heart did like a little dance, because I was like, little does he know they're all like, they're here.
Also, not just go to Vegas, like the Remi Parsons experience.
The itinerary was stacked.
Cal was again. If I could be reincarnated into an influencer, like, husband's even better than boyfriend, because I don't want to get a divorce. You know what I mean? A divorce, break up. You know, God forbid.
Yeah,
but
lock it down.
Like, he just went to Coachella in a beautiful, extravagant way, and now he's in Vegas in another like crazy way. Like, I fully understand. All jokes aside, I fully understand feeling like, oh, I just wish other people could experience this, because it's so insane and crazy. And you're like, I never would have dreamt I could even go to certain places. Even watching Devil Wears Prada, I was like, it's so crazy. Like, I remember I was just dreaming if I could go to New York one day. The first few years I watched that.
Yeah.
And then here I am, like, we go all the time for work, and like we're living our own runway life in a way. Like, it's so crazy. So I totally understand him wanting his friends there, and I think it's so sweet. And especially if I was the person doing the surprise, I'd be like, nailed it.
No, when he said that, I was like, there's no Like, there's no way that he just said that.
And
like,
you know
it was
what's so funny?
perfect.
I feel like a guy, I could see, granted, he's different because I feel like he's more like sentimental and he'll remember that. But like in 5 years, you could be like, and then you said, I wish they could be here. Be like, I said that? You know what I mean? Like, that's such a guy
Wait,
thing
I
to be
said
like,
that?
oh my God, did I say that? Like,
Wait.
oh, I don't remember.
Also, I'm so sorry. This is such a tangent, but you know how Cal quoted that Val Kilmer movie Heat in our vows?
Yeah.
Cal's favorite person in this world, one of, I would say probably like top 2 people, is Zoran. And he just quoted Val Kilmer's Heat at some sort of speech that
Stop.
he gave, like pretty much word for word. And Cal was losing his mind.
He has a man crush.
No, I'm not kidding. He texted me. Well, because he sent it to me, but I was sleeping. So when I woke up, I texted him something and it kind of just like got flooded out.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the night, he texted me. He's like, wait, by the way, like I actually really need you to see this. And I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I missed it. I click it, like bar for bar, quote what Cal put in his
That's
vows.
funny.
And then Cal was like, wait, do you think Zoran saw my vows? And he goes, it's just so crazy. He loves Manhattan as much as I love you.
No.
It was really cute.
I love it.
And so the surprise goes off without a hitch. We get back to the hotel. He has no idea. We do the big surprise. When we surprised him, I was like, oh, is he okay? There were so many thoughts. I was so nervous. I was shaking because it was just like a lot of adrenaline and also like a lot of like build up and everything. And I was just like,
It's also one of those things where like for a split second, you're like, did I fuck up?
yes, exactly.
Like, oh shoot, what if he doesn't
Exactly.
want this? Like,
he looked like a little unwell too. So I was like, oh my God, like I hope he's
I'm this
happy.
I feel like this is where Cal and I are very similar,
Mm-hmm.
especially being sick too and not expecting it and you're already exhausted and then you're just like, shit, I hope I'm like fun enough for everyone. Like, so he was so happy.
At one point then everyone does a surprise. We all go into our room and we start changing. Everyone's like starting to drink and like mingle. And I go up to him, I'm like, surprise.
I'm sorry.
No, literally, I was like, are you okay? And he goes, he's like, no, like this is amazing. He's like, I almost passed out. He's like, my knees buckled. I almost passed out. I was like, oh my God, okay.
I'm sorry.
I hope you're okay.
If he passed out, it would have been on my, like, we all filmed, you know what I mean? Like,
My baby.
really funny.
I felt so, and so then I was like, I genuinely was like, oh, I hope he's like, I knew he wouldn't be mad at me, but I was just like, I hope he's excited.
Yeah, yeah.
And then after like a little bit, he was like getting excited. But I understand also for him, he had to completely rewire his brain from thinking that he was going on a trip with us
Yeah.
to now all of a sudden 16,
Going
17
up to the room,
people.
I'm sure in his head, slow jazz was playing. He was like, ooh, it's
Bound
about to
chicka
go. We're in
wow
for the night.
And then
And
everyone
then little does he know, we're like,
surprise!
shots, go.
So-
another bus, oh yeah. And then we were like, oh, we're going to
funny.
the club tonight. Like,
I was like, oh, by the way, he's like, so what are we doing? I was like, by the way, so we're gonna go to the club tonight. We wake up, we go to the club tomorrow. We go to the club at night. I love a club. Oh, also going back to the like checking into the rooms, I saw someone comment or basically just like ask how did the like room situation work? Because obviously
no, that was very sweet for you to get like, it was, I didn't even expect you to get I was like, oh, I'll buy my flight, my hotel. And you're like, the hotel's covered. And I was like, Remi.
I honestly, for me, I love Vegas. Again, thank you to the Venetian. And it varies, but I did see some like comments of people asking like how it works, like comp stays and stuff. And I can only speak from my personal experience, and it's different every single time. But this specific scenario, when I knew that I wanted to go to Vegas for Cal's birthday, I had my management kind of like ask other hotels, and we've gone to Vegas so many times and like developed relationships now that it was like, hey,
Also, they're all owned
Any
by like
availability.
3. So they have so many sister, that's how a lot of brands anyway. But
also, it's like, it depends with Vegas, especially with any time, but especially Vegas, I've learned it depends on the weekend. Like if it's F1, good
Nope.
luck. You're not getting a room.
Yeah.
So for this particular stay, the Venetian, because they just redid their South Tower, I believe it was.
yes, the South Tower.
They were like, oh, we'd love to host them. We'll give them one of the 2-bedroom suites, which I was like, oh, this is so perfect because then Abby and Tyler can stay with us, or a couple can stay with us. And then we have like a room where everyone can congregate because that was like the best part of The Bachelorette was everyone just like being together. And
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to like find a place in Vegas where like a whole big group can like be together. If you're not at a bar or like you're in
Yeah.
a casino, but like obviously there's other people there and you can't like just like play games or hang out together. So they were so nice and graciously let us have that room plus a couple other rooms in exchange for some posts. The only thing is because the group was so big, we needed some extra rooms. So then those are the rooms that I was like, I'll take care of. And just because I want everyone to come. So that was really fun. But I saw some comments about that, and it varies. Sometimes sometimes people get paid to stay at hotels and things.
I think it's crazy too because it's like when an influencer just says thank you to this for the stay, there's so much that could mean.
For sure.
In so many different ways too. Where
Absolutely.
it's like it could be free and it could be comped. It could be a discount where they still had to pay. I've had that happen. But like what's crazy is a lot of times like influencers won't even say thank you. I'm like, aren't you scared of the FTC? Bitch?
That and also I'm
like obviously you don't have to explain, you don't have to explain the details of it all, but even just saying like thank you, like I don't know, it's crazy to me.
But that I was gonna say on the other flip side, I saw someone make a TikTok saying that like people will fake also like getting PR, like thank you to brands when they didn't actually
Remi,
work with them or something.
I had a friend, I think you remember this.
I know who you're talking about.
I had a friend who, this was the first time I ever saw someone, and part of me was like, I mean, it was crazy though. She was like, oh, I want to look like a real influencer. So she would take things she bought, but made it look like it was PR. So they would add her to the PR list. And I was like, wow, I never thought of that. But like would truly like purposely make it look like it was given free. And I'm like, wait, that's that's so, granted this was like 8 years ago. But I just remember being like, whoa. Like,
But
you know,
also,
it's crazy.
I don't know if that would add you to the PR list because I feel like if they saw it, they'd be like, oh, she's already on the list, right?
I just remember for the first time, it felt like a glitch where I was like, oh, I would have never thought that people could do that.
Versus just tagging, like, I love this brand. And then maybe
it'd
they'd
be
like, oh, let's add you to the list.
Like saying thank you at, I don't know, one size for sending this
Yeah.
when they didn't send it.
Because in my mind, I'm like, someone from the team would be like, oh, Sally already got them on the list. Perfect. You know what I mean? That's so funny.
So I thought that was, but yeah, it's very interesting with like verbiage and stuff.
Totally. But that's how the Vegas stay went. That's how we were able to have rooms for so many people.
No, you're very sweet for doing that.
Love you. Thank you. I had so much fun. I was so excited. And so then we got to partying. We had Alvin, who was the guy. At some point in my bachelorette, we walked out of a hotel and there was just a man with a van. And he was like, hey.
A man with a van.
He was like, you have a big group. I got a big car. Let me drive you around. We said, perfect. Actually, you said perfect because you were coordinating that shit like a drill sergeant. We got in Alvin's bus. He drove us somewhere. And so we kept Alvin's phone number.
Did you feel this? Because I did. I felt like I started going still maid of honor mode because that was the last time I was in Vegas. I was like, I got this. And then this trip, I kept being like, oh, I mean, I'll do it. I don't need to. Like, wait.
No, you were coordinating because she would text me and be like, let me know if you want me to ask people to Venmo you for this. Let me know if you want me to split this. I was like, no, just have fun.
But it was funny because I was like, it took me, I think it was that text where I was like, oh, but she can also, like, wait, okay.
You're so sweet,
No, but I think it was like the last time I was there, I was like,
well, I mean, I understand though when you're wheeling my suitcase through the hotel. I get it.
No, I'm thinking the last time I was there, I was like, okay, party bus, boom. My favorite thing though, what happened at this party bus moment, because afterwards, we're all like, we're drinking and stuff, and Rem's like, I was on the bus, and I guess she tells Cal, she like she leans over to him and goes,
well, I look up and Chesco and Tommy are on the pole in the party bus.
I'm
bouncing up and down.
Ollie's right next to me. And we're just like having fun. And obviously we know Cal's friends, but we're not super close. We met at the wedding, you know, for the most part. So, and then she's like, I told Cal, thanks for letting me invite some of my friends too.
To his surprise party that he didn't know about.
And then he goes, they're our friends. And I was like, and I just pictured a movie cutting to us, like very like The Office filming where it's like, thanks for letting me invite my friends. And then The Office like swoosh to us and chat like, what? Like we're like the crazy LA influencer friends. I kind of feel like,
I think his friends think we're insane.
No, I think they think I'm crazy.
Which I love,
I also think they think we do that every weekend.
I mean, yes. Also, it's funny because like around Cal's friends, I'm very tame because they're pretty tame people.
But honestly, they were like, let's go.
They were letting loose. A lot of them though was their first time in Vegas, period, or first time in Vegas as adults.
Yeah,
too.
So
I was
different
like,
over
we're
21.
getting the party going, guys. Yeah. No, it was really sweet. I knew that's what he would say because I know he loves all of you guys. Obviously, I wouldn't invite him, or I wouldn't invite you guys if he privately to me was like, hey, you know what I mean? Like I would never. So, but I
know the influencers he says that about.
And it's not you guys. And so everybody that was there, I knew he considers his friends as well.
No, it was really sweet.
It was really, but I was like, yeah, I'm glad that you said that.
But I get it.
It was really funny. It's just like also though, it was so cute. We go take the party bus, we go to dinner, and then we go to the club that night. And the club was so fun. We saw Metro Boomin. Cal loves Metro Boomin. That was crazy. And I could have gone all night.
Remi, I was tapped.
Oh, you were tired?
Oh, no. The way that actually I lied. I wasn't tapped. I was itching to gamble.
She was. And you know what? Because I've been back to Vegas a couple times
I
since
haven't been.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like I got the full fix at the batch because we were busy. And I also was aware, I was like, okay, we got a schedule for this. We got day club in the morning. And I was like, I kind of want to go back and gamble because also it's like 2 a.m. now. You know, I'm like, I got an hour in me.
She's
So,
like a little
we stayed
rat.
up. No, but I was like, y'all are going to go late. And to be fair, I was sick too. So I was just like, okay, I should sleep a little bit. But
You know what's so funny? Was that the night that I came? That's the night I came and met you. Yes.
that's the night a man thought I was a prostitute.
What?
Remember I told you that
When you
guy-
said you were scared?
No, Remi.
Yes.
Also,
Wait.
Mom, you're listening. You're freaking out. I'm fine. It was fine. I promise. But he definitely thought I was a prostitute.
It was one of those old men that you referenced earlier.
Yes! No, and this guy, but yes, that is when we met. So how much longer were you guys there?
You guys left. You left. It was you, Ollie, Lauren left together?
Yeah, we left, and then I feel like there's maybe another couple or something.
Okay.
But yeah.
Also, everybody made it. There was one person. It's also so funny. Everybody online says that Cal and Sam are like twins, which I don't see it because like that's my brother-in-law, but I think that's so funny. But
I feel like they look related, but I wouldn't say twins.
that's what I say too. But it was really funny because so Forrest is Cal's best friend from college, and he lives in Vermont. He was trying to come, but his flight got canceled while he was on the plane.
No.
Like they were about to take off and they canceled
Where
the
did he
flight.
stay?
He was in Detroit.
It's crazy.
So I'm
for a
texting
night.
him while drunk, and I'm like, let me help you book a new flight. Like, we're going to figure it out. And he's like, it's okay. Like, I got a hotel already. Like, I'm on the 8 a.m. in the morning. I'll be there. I was like,
Did they cover anything?
I think they gave him a hotel room.
Credit? Good.
Yes. And so it was Delta. And so I was like, okay, he's going to come in the morning. We're good there. And everybody's kind of like tapering off at the club. I could have gone till 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
I was ready to party. And at one point, Cal is tired. I think it was a lot of emotions. Because
Yeah.
at this point now, I could tell he's like, okay,
He's exhausted.
mindset's changed. We're here. We're
Yeah.
partying. My family's here. My friends are here. Let's go. And so I look over him. It's maybe like 3 in the morning now. And he's like, I'm ready to go. And I was like, oh, let's go then. Even though I want to stay, I'll go. So it's me.
But again, you guys had a flight at 9 a.m. Wild.
I know.
I was tired and I flew in at 3.
Can you believe it? I was ready to go. So Cal, Sam, his best friend Campbell's girlfriend, and then I called her his wife earlier, his girlfriend, and myself get in the car. We go back to the hotel. But it's so funny because as I'm leaving, I know you and Ollie left together. So I'm trying to call you, but you're not picking up because I'm like, I'm ready to gamble. I'm like, I need to stop her. I need to stop her before she goes to bed so she knows that I'm ready. So I'm calling you. You're not picking up. I text Ollie. I'm like, where is she? He goes, she's at the casino. I went, perfect.
And
you
then
text me
I
back.
get a text from Ollie and he's like, Remi's looking for you. And I was like, oh my God. And that's when I texted you. I was like, bitch, hurry. Because this Remi. Well, first of all, it started with we were walking back to the room and I look at the casino and I was in this really cute Roberto Cavalli
So
vintage
cute.
dress. And I was just like,
It's an Alaya.
it's an Alaya.
It's like a really
And I go,
expensive
Ollie,
brand.
will you just like take a photo of me at the casino? Like, just like a cute little photo. Haven't even posted it yet. And he's like, yeah. So we go over there. And then the second I sat on that slot machine chair, zoop, I'm awake. And I was like, I look at Ollie and I go, thank you so much. I love you.
Huffing even more.
I
puff.
go, and I'm gonna stay and gamble. He's like, okay, I'm going to bed. So I was like, I love you. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, do. And then this like older man comes up, right? And sits next to me. And of course, people try to make small talk, like me.
People try to make small talk.
Me wondering why not wondering. Me always saying like, there's no men. But then me in this moment, I'm like, ugh, people try to make small talk. I'm like,
Was he cute?
Remi, no.
Okay.
Remi, this was, oof. Again, if I had the security cameras of me that day, it just would have been a funny episode.
I wish.
I know. And the funny thing is Vegas, there's cameras everywhere. It's somewhere.
Yeah.
It's in the Ethernet.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I said this like older guy, like not cute. Like he like sits down. He's like, hey, where are you from? And I'm like, LA. And I'm being a bitch. I'm purposely looking straight at the slot machine. I'm like this. Also, I have a bright pink dress on with a leopard clutch under my like arm. And I'm sitting there like, And he's like, where are you from? I'm like, LA, but I'm not making eye contact with him. Like, I'm being like that. And he's like, oh, like, nice to meet you. And I was like, I think in the beginning, I was like, where are you from? He was like, oh,
You
here.
cannot engage.
I know. And that's where I fucked up, you know? And I'm talking like this, ready? I'm like, where are you from? Like, I'm being like, and where are you from?
Yeah, leave.
Cool. I'm LA. Like, so dry. And then he's like, well, I have one of my houses is here. And I was like, ugh. And then God, give me a rich man. I'm like, ew. And then, so all right, I'm just like, ew, I need to leave. But also I knew I was going to hit like the bonus round soon in my thing. So I was like, I'm going to give it, I literally was like, I'm not going to put more money in this slot. Like, I'm going to let it die we're walking away soon. But I text him and I go, help, please come down here. And then I had those hot stickers that we had. Like, we had all these like bulk stickers with hot. So he like sees it and he like touches it on my leg.
Ew.
And I look down disgusted. And then I like I'm not moving my head, but I'm like it was so, and then his friend, oh my God. Then his friend comes over, and then his friend's really weird, by the way. Whatever you think they look like just picture
Double
worse.
it.
Double it. Look, it's worse, right? And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh, I need to go, but let me finish this fucking bonus round. And then boom, bonus hit. So I'm like, okay, thank God. So then, before this, I'm like, oh, I'm losing. He's like, oh, you're losing. Throws a voucher at me for $300, right? I'm sitting there and I'm like, I go, that's a lot of money. Like, that's all I said, right? Because obviously I was going to take it.
You said, no, the slot's right there.
No, literally. But I also wasn't going. Like, I was away. I'm like, this isn't like, I obviously wasn't going to, but I also was like, I will take it and leave. Like, I'm just letting that, whatever.
Wait, did you take it?
No, because then his friend comes up and is like, no, and picks it up, right? So then I'm like, now I'm just annoyed because it should have been mine.
It
was on my machine. He stole from me. The fuck? So then I'm sitting there and I'm just like, oh my God, like what? And he's like, sorry for my friends. Like, hey, can you just do me a favor? Like, just pretend to talk to me. And I'm like,
ew.
I literally like,
How
I'm
old
like,
is this man?
probably 50 something. Like, Remi, it's bad, okay? So then he's like, yeah, I'm retired and da-da-da-da, I live here and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And I'm literally not asking a damn question. I'm just like, hitting the thing, bonus hits, boom, whatever. And then he's like, oh yeah, just talk to me. Like, sorry, my friends, blah, blah, blah. He was like, my friends are trying to get me to like, he's worded it in a way where I was like, oh, you think I'm a prostitute. He insinuated his friends wanted him to pay for girls. I felt a little, I was like, you just threw money at me? and then I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I can help you with that. Like, literally, right? And he's like, no, I know you're not. Like, I like a girl who like, we can have like intellectual conversations. And he's like, and I literally like, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. He was like, no, I know. I was like, you thought I was a and I genuinely was like, Remi, hurry. So also I knew I could get up at any moment too. And I felt safe because I was like, he's just fucking weird. But I'm sitting my poor mom
Also, there's
listening.
like a lot of people. Like,
no, yeah. Like, I felt completely
busy.
safe. I'm more so then, bitch, I hit the bonus. I was like, here we go. So then I'm like, I'm gonna hit this bonus. And then I think I won like $150. Not worth it, to be honest. Worth the story, maybe. But then I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, well, good luck with that. And then I like get up and walk. And that's when I ran into you. Because I was like, I was like, why am I getting hit on? And I was like, oh, normally.
That's right, when you walked by me, yeah.
Normally, we look like little toe rats in our comfy clothes with no makeup at the slot machines, okay?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm in my vintage Roberto Cavalli hot pink dress with my leopard clutch,
Yeah.
and I look good, and I'm by myself.
Yep.
Power to women scamming men, but I was just, in that moment, I was like,
I think it's good you didn't take his money because he sounds weird, and I feel like he would have like held it over you and been a weirdo.
No, I know, and I agree. And Mom, I wasn't gonna take it. I promise. I know she's like freaking out right now, but I more so was just like, if it fall, like
You offered it.
Let's be honest. We're so much.
But
more
I
than
will say also,
$300.
it was like at this point, it's like 3:30.
It's the crackhead hours.
We shouldn't have been out. We
should have. I should have changed into comfy clothes.
You just like you have to go in expecting like people to be
Trolls.
out. Because when
It was packed though.
I went into the elevator to come down to meet you, and then 3 men got in, and I felt I was fine because I was like, I'm here, like I'm coherent. I don't feel on
Yeah, no,
and
we
it's
weren't-
one elevator down.
yeah.
But I put my back up against the elevator. I'm not gonna face forward and give them my back. So I'm
Yeah.
facing them like
Yeah.
this.
No,
just facing
it
them.
definitely.
And the guys go, like, they're like, where are you going, sweetie?
I hate a sweetie.
I was like, they're like, where are you? One of the guys, they were like, he was like, where are you going, sweetie? I was like, to the
Police
casino.
department.
I was like,
To my FBI
to
husband.
I said to the casino, and they're like, "Oh, are you gonna get?" Or fuck, what did they say? They said like, "Where are you going, sweetie?" I was like, "The casino," and they're like, I was like, "I'm gonna gamble," and they're like, "Baby, it's 3:30 in the morning," and I went, "Yeah," and then they got out.
Yeah, and
And
Have you ever put on a full face of makeup in the morning and by the end of the day it somehow looks worse, like heavier, cakier, and almost like it's just sitting on top of your skin instead of working with it? That's actually how I discovered OG. It's a certified organic beauty brand that performs like luxury makeup, but the formulas are designed to work more like skincare. One thing that surprised me about OG is how ingredient focused their products are. Most makeup is something like 80 to 90% pigment and filler, but their Crystal Contour collection flips that idea. It's nearly 90% skincare ingredients like green coffee oil, elderberry extract, and cold pressed jojoba. Those are ingredients I'd normally look in for really good skincare products, but they're actually in the makeup itself. Another thing I love is that OG is certified organic. I used to shop in the quote clean beauty section all the time, but I didn't realize that that term clean isn't actually regulated. Yeah, so technically any brand can put it on a label. OG is NSF certified organic, which is one of the most rigorous standards in the beauty industry. Their products are made without synthetic fragrance, artificial fillers, or unnecessary additives. And the routine itself is honestly so simple. The Crystal Contour collection uses 3 sticks, copper for warmth, rose quartz for a flush of color, and opal for glow. You can do your entire face in about 5 minutes. The sticks blend so well together and they layer really nicely and just give you that natural warmth and glow without feeling heavy. I've noticed it just simplifies my routine a lot and it gives that fresh, luminous look. And the best part is throughout the day, it still looks natural instead of getting cakey or heavy. If you're ready to raise your beauty standards, OG's got you covered. Go to og.com/prettybasic and use code prettybasic for 20% off. That's OGEE.com/prettybasic and enter code prettybasic to get 20% off. All right, you guys, you've definitely heard me say this before, but Skims truly never misses when it comes to intimates. I'm very, very picky about bras and underwear because if something is even the slightest bit uncomfortable, I will notice it all day. That's why I always come back to Skims. Everything they make just fits really well, feels amazing on your body, and somehow still looks super cute. Lately, I've been loving their new everyday cotton collection. I actually recently did a little underwear drawer refresh because I wanted more breathable basics that I knew I could just wear every single day. Skims just launched this new everyday cotton fabric and it's exactly what I was looking for. It's super soft, super lightweight, and just feels natural and comfortable throughout the day. And if you know me, you know I'm very specific about bras, bralettes, whatever. I love a bra that still gives support and shape. You know, I want the girls to look good, but I don't want to feel restrictive. Oh, my favorite has definitely been the Skims t-shirt bra, and now they offer it in the everyday cotton fabric, which honestly feels like my dream bra. It's breathable, smooth under clothes, and it still gives that lift and shape that I love. So shop everyday cotton and all of your favorite bras and underwear at skims.com. After you place your order, please be sure to let them know that we sent you, select podcast in the survey, and be sure to choose our show in the drop-down menu that follows.
No, so then when I saw you were also in your dress, I was like, okay, I feel better. But also, because I remember being like, are you in comfy clothes? I text you. Because I was like, that I need to go change if you're in comfy clothes. But then you weren't. And then we gambled for a little bit. And
I took Cal to the room. I tucked him into bed. I said, Mommy's gonna go gamble. Love you. I got him some hot tea.
Ollie.
I got him hot tea and I had him drink hot tea and I admired the room and then I went down and met you. And then Tommy and Chesco happened to be coming back from their escapades of the night. And then we all dined at the Grand Lux Cafe because we are hungry now. It's now 4 a.m.
And there's nothing. Also, it's like the thing I love about a casino is it's so cold and there's no time. So it felt like noon.
It felt like midnight to me. I was like, the night is just getting started.
They do that on purpose.
And little did I know that Grand Lux Cafe is a sister restaurant to our favorite, the Cheesecake Factory.
And now it makes so much sense, Rem.
And it's the only restaurant that's 24 hours at the Venetian. So we sit down and we're all giggly because we've all had a fun night. And I get my menu and I order the soup. I ask, hi, what soups
I love
do you have?
You're crazy. But you know what? When people are hungover, ramen is a huge...
Bitch, you want to know what I learned? Okay. I asked, what's your soup of the day? They said spring onion. I said, is that more of a
French?
I said, is that like a brothy or is that more of like a creamy? They said broth. I said, perfect. It was like a French onion soup. And I love a French onion soup.
I do too.
I ordered that.
An au jus.
Oh, wait, on the way to the restaurant, I was like half in, half out because I was like, I'd been drinking a lot. I was having fun. I'm walking with
More
Chesco.
so delirious hour.
It was very late.
Yeah, I
Yes.
was just tired.
And so we're walking to the restaurant, and I hear Tommy talking about like, oh, that guy. She's talking to you though. And I watched it in your vlog, which was so funny. And I like come to, and I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? And he goes, that guy's really cute. And he was like looking at Alisha, and I said, and then Tommy goes, do you want me to give you his Instagram? Do you want me to give him your Instagram or your phone number? And I go, phone number, let's go. Because obviously I'm in now for the ride.
And at this point, Tommy's telling me this, and I knew he wasn't cute because when he tells me, I distinctly go, I don't remember walking past any cute guy. So I didn't even turn my head to look because I just remember being like, I feel like I would have noticed if there was a really cute guy. But then I was like, for the plot, that was my
Why not? It's Vegas.
that was my theme that weekend. I was like, for the plot, why not?
For the plot.
Give him my number.
Keep in mind, I didn't see anybody. So now Tommy's leading me back to said man, and I'm walking with him, and
He was like he was playing at a blackjack.
he's playing,
or poker
yes.
or
So we're
something.
walking back to the guy, and he's at the table. So I only see he's wearing a hat too. So I only see his side profile, but like barely because he's wearing a hat and he's looking down. And so we're walking up, and I don't know which guy Tommy's going to. I have no idea where he's going. I'm just following him. And so he goes and he taps the guy on the shoulder, and the guy looks at him. But because I'm behind Tommy, I look and I see him, and I go, no. And Tommy goes, oh, actually, we found the restaurant. Thank you so much. And we walk away. We go to the restaurant.
Tap. Oh, never mind. We got the
He was very quick with it. He goes, dude, you know what? Actually, I found it. Thank you so much.
It was funny though, because when we were walking past you, he kept looking at the guy and doing a thumbs up.
You know what I was giving? Have you seen the clip of Lauren
Sheldon?
Conrad? And I think it's Whitney Port. And there's a guy in between them, like at a restaurant or a club or something. And then I think like Lauren goes like, let me know if you guys think this guy's cute. And the guy like looks at Whitney and she goes, no. And it was giving that. I went, no. And we kept running.
Yep.
And so then I get my spring onion soup. Delicious. You leave. I'm
got a
with
Sprite.
Ollie and Chesco.
At this point, I'm like, I should go to bed because we have the day club.
We
in the
have the
morning,
day club.
and it's gonna be hard for me to wake up at 10.
I have my soup. It was amazing.
I'm so glad.
I get back. They walk me to my room.
So sweet.
I go to bed. So sweet. I go to bed. I'm like, shit. It's like 4:30 now. I'm like, I have to be up at like 9
No, glammed.
till like, I have to glam for this day club. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I go to bed. I wake up. I feel amazing. I could have run a marathon.
Nami.
Both nights, I had my soup, woke up feeling amazing. I get a comment, Remi, the reason why you feel so great is that soup. The salt provided electrolytes that your body needed. So now every night I drink, I will be coming home and having soup.
You know, it's just crazy because the sound of soup, but like ramen, I'd be like, yes, like a hot, like that sounds good. But soup doesn't sound as good to me, but it makes sense.
I think it was actually the perfect soup to have because it was spring onion.
Salty.
So it was salty. It was like a beef broth with just onions and a few croutons on top. So it was light where you're not feeling like after, but it was the salt that made my body.
Also, like pickle juice for a hangover
Yes.
helps too.
No, I think I timed it perfectly. I'm not exaggerating.
A lovely 4
A
a.m.
4 a.m. spring onion soup. And it truly healed me. And I will now be doing this every time. After 10 years of drinking, I now understand.
No, it makes sense.
It did. When I saw the
You just-
comment, you should have seen the smile that came across my face. I couldn't
You.
wait to tell you.
I figured it out.
I figured-
I hacked the mainframe.
The spring onion soup from Grand Lux Cafe. That's all you need. But I
Now,
had it
do
both
they
nights.
have that same one at
No. Because I
Cheesecake?
asked at Cheesecake Factory. They didn't.
Tea.
It might be like a soup of the day. But because it was also off menu at the
Any
Grand Lux
cheesecake
Cafe.
workers? It was off menu.
Yeah, it was the secret menu at the
Nothing
Grand
like an
Lux.
off menu soup
Spring
at 4
onions.
a.m. at the only restaurant open.
I was on cloud nine.
No, I'm glad. I'm really glad.
It was amazing. The next day we wake up, we all go to the beach club.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Marquee. We saw Louis the Child, who we love. We have special memories with Louis the Child. And that was really fun. After that, we did some shopping.
Yep, I didn't buy anything. There was nothing really speaking to me.
I got some shoes. Really cute. Mostly because the shoes that I brought, I only brought 2 pairs of shoes because it was 2 days. And they were both the same shoes, but one nude,
They're
one
so
black.
cute.
I got my foot, you guys, has a big cut on my foot because they were like a flip flop. I'm not kidding. Like where the flip flop goes, I have bloody scabs
Yeah, it was actually
in lines.
a lot.
And in between my toes, I got blisters. I do not recommend them. Regardless, I got some new shoes. Those really saved me. And then that night we got a party bus.
At the day club. I should have known because the night prior specifically, but when Tommy's trying to hook me up with multiple different, he's like, what about that guy? What about that guy? What about that guy? And, I'm like, no, but I'll entertain it, So at one point I'm like, oh, like that guy's kind of cute. So he's like, on it. Walks over there. And then he's like talking to the guy, and then he looks at me and does a no. Well, at first he tells me to come over here.
This is at the day club.
At the day club. And he's like, no. And he was like, so this man is married. I asked him if he's, I asked him, and I'm in front of this guy.
You're just watching it.
So I feel like I was just rejected, but also for the best reasons. Cause obviously he has a wife, but I'm like, well, why was I brought over
why
here
are you
to talk
telling
to
me
a
in
married
front of
man? And he goes, no, the guy's like, the guy's like, oh yeah, he has his like wife on his background of his phone because he was by himself at the bar.
Cute.
And I was like, oh my God, how long have you been together? He's like 2 years. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. He was like, no, but I have friends. I want you to meet them. So I'm like, okay, well now I'm knee deep in this.
And I have to say, at this time, I was at the bar because I was ordering drinks for some people. Some people wanted champagne, so I was getting champagne. I look over, I see you, Tommy, and Chesko in the corner, and then you leave. And I'm like, I wonder what that's about.
No, Remi, the way I walk, I'm like, for the plot, for PB, for whatever, like, let's just see. Let's see. Walk over there. He brings us to their friend group. And one guy, he has 2 friends, right? One guy, like, also just not my type in general, which, what is a type anyway? But this guy's like just the married friend was the cutest.
The
for
antithesis.
Sure. Yeah. So there's the one guy who honestly didn't even look at me. He was just looking at the stage the whole time. And then
can you blame him?
I get it. Lose the child. And then this other guy is like trying to make out with this girl.
Oh no.
So we walk up there, and then I'm like, we're leaving. And then Tommy's like, oh my God, there's like fans behind you who are like they're like, they want to say hi. And I was just like, this is a lot happening right now. And I was like, I should have learned from last night. I just, maybe you're not the one.
You can't trust Tommy to be my wing woman. Your wing woman.
Yeah.
I will say, watching you walk down, and then by the time that the man had poured me the champagne, you were back already.
I was behind you, and you jump scare. You're like, oh, you're like, why are you here? No, yeah, it was really funny though.
I commend you for opening your mind and saying, why the hell not? It's Vegas.
Yeah. And it was just, it was funny.
And you have to laugh.
And it was just weird because I was like, why did I eat? Why? But
But why?
But why not?
You know what's great though? Because we were at the Cosmo, we then went and got secret pizzas.
Yep.
We got a lot of secret pizzas, walked him back to the room. And then that night we had planned for a party bus to pick us up and then take us to the Taco Bell cantina. We did get picked up, but then I was like, people seem tired now. I don't know what the vibe is. And so we decided to just have the bus driver, loved him. He drove us to downtown Vegas because downtown Vegas is great. It's so fun. There's so much stuff to do there. Like the strip is great, but the strip is also like very overpriced, and you kind of just like stay in the hotels. Downtown Vegas, you're walking around. There's older hotels. There's really cool stuff, and it's also great because if you want to gamble, it can be a lot cheaper.
Not necessarily where we were, but it was.
Yeah,
because the buy-in was still like $20.
That's the thing. It's like it depends
25,
like where you go.
Yeah.
And so he took us to a hotel in downtown Vegas, and we all kind of start. Like, we spread out. We're doing our own thing.
Well, what was funny is we walked in the back way for whatever reason. So when we get into the room, we're all like, oh, is this? Like, we were
they did take us through the back.
But then when you keep walking, it opened to like the main casino. Because it was like, it just felt like the old, like the back room where you could smoke or I don't know, whatever. It was just very tight. It was like, it was a very small
It's almost
room.
like we walked through the kitchen of the restaurant.
It felt like we were in a movie. Yes, it did. So it was just really funny because then we were like, there's more room.
Oh, it was really funny because like you and I went last because you waited for me to come off the bus because I was just talking to the bus driver. And then I'm vlogging as I'm walking up and I hear Ollie come out and he just goes, the vibes are sinister. And I have that on my camera. And so yeah, we walk through and then once we get to the front, we're like, oh, okay. And so then we all kind of spread around. Everyone's doing their own thing.
All I know is what I will say, they had music video after music video after music video on that big screen.
Yes.
Loved
Which
it.
I love when a bar plays a music video.
Loved it.
And especially the pop girls.
Yes.
They had California girls on there.
Yes. Such good ones.
Good
so then
vibes.
I'm like, okay, the table's full for blackjack, but I'm watching. And I was like in it, right? But then I look up and I see high limit slots over there. And I was like, I think I'm gonna go over there.
I think something's calling my name.
I was like, something, you gotta trust your intuition. I'm like, gonna be over there. I'll be back in like 30 minutes, right? I go over there. Guys, I don't know if it was the older hotel. Boom. Went $800.
Oh my God.
I come back with my cash voucher and I'm like, look what I got.
It was also
everybody.
funny because she was like so drunk and I'm sitting at the blackjack table and she would just come back like every 20 minutes and just be like, look.
I know.
And the ticket just kept going up and up with
Literally.
more money.
So first it's like $600 and then I come back and it's $1,200.
But I love when you're drunk too because your hair kind of gets like a little
Oh,
like,
my
crazy.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, look what I got. And then I turn around, you be gone again.
Yep. Tommy and Chesco come over there and watch me for a little bit. And then Campbell and Grace come over. And I was like, just wait, you guys got to feel it. I was like, this was Huff and More Puff. And I was sitting there and I was like, so basically, and I felt like you the first time you taught me that game. I'm so drunk and I'm like, so basically it's like Little Red Riding Hood. And then like the wolf comes and it blows down the houses. And I was like, just watch, you'll get
Percy
it.
goes strong.
The next thing I know, I'm like, I just won so much money. And I'm literally, and I'm like, guys, you're my good luck charm. Because they were about to leave. And then it happened. And I was like,
wait.
Example number 54, why his friends must think I'm crazy. Because I was like, yeah, just like boom. And then it happens. I honestly really liked them. So then Ollie comes up to me and I was like, look what I got. And then he's like, girl, you're missing the drama. And I was like, okay, we all know our Ollie baby. Like sometimes he says stuff and I'm like, oh my God, no way. And I'm like, oh, I'm being naive. Like he's trolling.
He's the biggest troll I've ever met
But
in my
also
life.
like, it's so good that sometimes you're like, oh wait, are you being like, are you joking or not?
I mean,
I'm so
speaking
gullible.
of the bid, what is it? The boy who cried wolf.
Speaking of Little Red
He
Riding,
trolls so much. You never know. Is
no,
it a
but
troll or
it's
is it
so
real?
funny because I'm always the end of the joke because I believe half of it. So I've learned at this point, I'm like, oh, just don't believe anything. But then,
If you fall for everything, if you stand for everything, you fall for nothing. Whatever the phrase is.
so as I whip out my ticket and I show him, he's like, girl, you're missing the drama. And I was like, ha, ha, ha. And he's like, no, seriously, there's like some serious drama happening right now. And then I came to, I was like, oh my God, what? Is everyone okay? And then I like scurry on back to the table and there's like a lot of commotion happening. And I'm literally like, I don't know what's happening, but I did that thing where it's so new girl of me. I try to like lighten the mood by making a fool out of myself. Like I like try to like be funny to like lighten everyone's mood when there's drama or conflict. I'm like, here, let me like skip to like make everyone laugh. Like I don't know why and I don't know what comes over me, but it's definitely something. Ashley's the same way. Like uncomfortable things just like conflict makes me uncomfortable. So I do weird things to like lighten the mood. Do you remember me being weird?
To be so honest, the only memories I have of you in that casino are the 2 times I turned around and you went, I won! I'm not even kidding. And then you kept leaving.
Perfect. Okay. So anyways, there was like a huddle in one corner and then I came up to the blackjack table where everyone else was. And that's where I just noticed I would say things trying to be funny. And I even looked at Lauren one time and I was like, sorry, I just get weird. And then she laughed, which meant I know she agreed.
She understood.
But it's because I was like, there's conflict happening. Let me divert.
I mean, you start tap dancing?
No,
I
literally.
mean, I will say, so I did ask Cal if I could talk about it, if we could talk about it on the pod. And obviously we're not going to give names and go into specifics of anything because we don't need to do that. But he did. He was like, oh my God, yeah, talk about it. Because also it's totally resolved and fine now. But you're gone at the slots. It's me and a few people at the blackjack table. And we're playing. And then a couple people in the group start like they're talking at the other side of the table. But the table's not that big, but it's also like, it's loud in the casino. Katy Perry's blasting. I can't really hear much. I can only hear who's around me.
You hear me screaming because I won.
Exactly. I hear you screaming. I hear you holding Campbell and Grace down to stay with you. I don't hear them talking because I don't hear their voices, but I see people having conversation. It looks serious. And I'm like, oh, they must be kidding.
You like feel it.
Yeah.
You can feel
you
it.
could feel it's palpable. And so I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, they're just kidding. Like they're just having like a fun little playful conversation.
You lean over.
I know, right? Cheerio. And so I'm like, it's also funny though, because I'm between Sam and Cal and like the 2 people who like would never pick up on any sort of
Those
like
two.
energy in the world. And so I'm like, I'm like trying to like lean around Sam, like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, everybody's kidding, right? And then I look, you know who's at the scene of the crime always for some drama? Ollie. I see the people talking and I look and Ollie's standing right next to them. I'm like, I know you're not a part of this conversation. And so they start talking
Our
and
eyes
then
and ears are always listening. And
they're
watching.
talking and then it got serious and then they were like, let's go talk somewhere else. So they go to away from the table. They're talking. The rest of us at the table are like, oh, what happened? Like we have no idea what happened. And so basically they're talking. And the thing is with alcohol comes drama a lot of times. I mean, like you and I, we fought because we're just drunk and you're just drunk. Like emotions are
You're a little more
high.
sensitive.
Yeah, you're sensitive.
You're a little more vocal.
Exactly. So it's like, yeah, it happens. And it wasn't a big deal or anything, but they're talking over there. And mostly everyone was just like, wait, what just happened? But
well, again, I left and 5 minutes later, I come back to, holy shit, like what is, it felt very like, that escalated really quick out of nowhere.
that's what happens with alcohol too.
Yeah.
And so that's happening over there. Everyone's like, oh, what's going on? Obviously, everyone in the group is just like, oh my God, is everybody okay? Because then people start crying. It's, again, just an alcohol thing. And so we're like, what's going on? And to keep in mind, we have no idea what happened. We're like, I genuinely have no idea what's going on right now.
No, my favorite was, again, because I don't know anything, but I'm trying to divert.
Yeah.
And then the blackjack dealer, the woman who was there doing it, like she kept like looking to like where the people were talking because she wanted in on the gossip.
Queen, well, because when they walked away, it was her and then like the few of us left there. And I look at her when they walk away and I go, drama. And she starts laughing.
You Vegas, am I right?
Am I right? You want to give me a blackjack?
I don't know that.
But it was really funny because she keeps doing it,
Yeah.
and she's literally like looking like this.
It was she was a queen. I love it. The stories that woman has.
I'm telling you, that's the thing.
I need a
bartender.
I need a podcast. One of my friends, it's not out yet, but they're working on. They've worked at bars for years. Her and one of her coworkers officially want to start a podcast, and I'm like, the stories you have,
so good.
I can't wait. On a serious note, alcohol affects everyone in very different ways, and this person, I was just like, you poor thing. I just think you shouldn't drink anymore. You know.
That's the thing. Everybody's a different kind of drunk. Like some people are like emotional drunk. Some people are angry drunk. Some people are. Bitch, we're crying. It depends on the day. Either we're crying and like holding each other.
No, because we love each other so much.
Or we're like silly, goofy, rolling around in the grass.
But again, it is different for
everybody's
everyone,
different.
yeah.
Some people, and like, yes. So basically, I'm like, what is going on? Also, I kind of felt like Cal and I needed to assist because obviously it's Cal's birthday and like we know everybody. And so Cal went over and like was talking to them and then came over and I was like, what's going on? And it basically was just like a miscommunication of like one person thought it was like they were making a funny joke. The other person didn't think it was funny. And then it just kind of escalated from there. My favorite part though was not only you coming back like twice and showing us how much money you made, it was also Tommy and Chesko come back and they're like, I'm like, where were you? They're like, we were about to get on the zip line, but Ollie texted us that there's drama. And I'm like, Ollie. And they were like, we missed the zip line for this. And like, because there's a zip line that goes through downtown Vegas. And they were literally about to strap in
I would
to
pay
the zip
money
line.
to see that footage.
And they were like, we were told we had to come back. And I'm like, first off, Ollie, rolling my eyes. Second off, I'm like, why were you going to do the zip line? How long were you gone for?
But I also feel like I heard them say they couldn't find it anyway. So maybe,
Oh, no, they were waiting in line.
Oh.
They were about to get on the zip line.
well, you know,
I think they're only here for the
maybe
zip
God
line.
was like, I'm protecting
you.
Did you see? You know, one of those slingshot things? One broke. The one side came off and like people were injured really bad.
Oh no.
You know, like the fair sling, that's where like, psh, and the ball goes up with
Yeah.
the bungees. One bungee side. I don't do that shit. That's so sad. But also like,
terrifying.
no, but like, right? Like,
was that like at a school carnival kind of vibe or like
it wasn't a school. It was some sort of like theme park, but like
the ones that they move into like parking lots?
Carnivals,
It
yeah.
scares me because I'm like, it's not attached to the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Nope.
what scares me the most.
yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so maybe they weren't meant to go on that zip line is all I'm saying.
They weren't, yes, exactly. And honestly, like drama resolved, everything's good. Again, it's just like when you get drinking and it's Vegas and you're just a little overserved. Sometimes
again-
shit hits the fan.
Also, like I haven't been in a real relationship where I'm fighting with a partner and I'm drunk. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's also tea because I don't know how would I be more feisty?
Cal and I did that one time when Ollie was with us. We were fighting.
What do you mean?
We got home from a party and we were drunk.
Like obviously,
And I was like, it was about Meg the Stallion, but it was so funny because I was
hall
like,
pass?
no, because he loves Meg. We
Yeah.
all love Meg the Stallion.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Clay
No,
Thompson.
I was just gonna say
Public Enemy #1. And I was
Never
like,
welcome on this award-winning podcast.
it was also like, so the thing is, I think when you're drunk fighting, I mean, obviously it depends, but like when Cal and I were drunk fighting this one time, it was just like looking back, we woke up and we were laughing because we're like, that was so dumb. Because I was like, isn't she your #1 celebrity crush? And he was like, no. And I was like, no, isn't she? Like you said that, like, she's so hot. Why not? And so we're like fighting
So you're
on
going in
whether or
circles
not.
about-
Yes. And then I was like, Ollie, aren't I right? And Ollie was like, I'm not going to take a side. And then I just remember crying because I was like so frustrated because I was
Sorry,
drunk.
I just snorted.
No, I literally cried
But
because I was
emotions
like,
are high.
I was like, no, like, but you said that, like, what? You're making me feel crazy now. But we were just drunk and we woke up the next morning. We're like, that's so funny. That's what we were fighting about.
That's so fun. No, yeah.
That was, like,
like
years ago, too.
But what have we always said? There is some truth to like drunk thoughts are sober feelings. So I feel like without that filter, it's with the liquid courage, it's easier to say certain things. So even though like when it comes to a fight and you're like, oh, I was just drunk, like there are still real feelings there, at least in my experience. And again, everyone is so different. I know there are some drunks who like black out and don't remember things that they say. So it might be harder. But for me specifically, like if we're having a heart to heart, I mean those things. You know what I mean? Because
sure.
I
It's
mean
what you're
it.
feeling.
It's what I'm
just
feeling.
you're saying it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think there's like a threshold. I
Yeah.
agree. It's like before you get too drunk and then you're just like,
Yeah.
blabbering.
Yeah, but it does affect everyone so differently, which
Yeah.
like, and obviously it's, yeah. Like I've never been one to like, you know, like I've had some friends where like they say shit. I'm like, shh, like you don't mean this. Stop. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
You're right.
stop.
You're right.
Where, so it is so different for everyone, which I do think like, again, it's like, I don't know, like it's crazy. That was just one of those moments where I was like, I'm so glad I'm single. You know what I mean? You know how you have moments where you're like, I'm so alone and I just want to cuddle with someone. And then you have moments where you're like, oof, I'm so glad I'm not there.
I mean, a relationship is
It's work.
It's work. Yeah. And also like in a relationship, you also have to stand with your partner and like support your partner. And
But like, what do you do if you don't agree? What if they're in the wrong? You also need to be like,
I mean,
but private, I don't know. And that's what I hate about dating in this more mature mental state is like, and everyone's so different. It's like, okay, do we handle conflict not in front of other people? Like, do I support you always in public? But like, if I disagree, like, there are just such different, I don't want to say rules, but ways people go about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, that's the hard stuff to kind of figure out of like, if I was in a situation where I'm crying and I'm mad at my partner or blah, 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 whatever, like to have those conversations of how do we handle conflict alone, but also in groups.
Yeah.
Like that's one of those things no one wants to figure that out. But it like I don't know, everyone's different.
it's also one of those things
work.
again where it's like when you have a sober conversation, you're like, okay, this is what we're going to do. But once alcohol comes into play, sometimes it's like, well, no, I want to say, or I want to do this. You know,
Yeah.
it's hard because
Yeah.
you're not like fully aware.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying. I totally understand. You just
Yeah.
want to be sitting at the slots and playing your game and not bothering anyone.
Yeah.
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 Overall, though, it was so fun. We had an amazing time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so cute because we got home. And I would say like maybe like 2 or 3 days after we got home, like trip had fully finished. Cal comes over to me randomly out of nowhere in the kitchen. And he's just like, hey, I just wanted to say, I think I've fully metabolized the surprise now. He's like, thank you so much. That was so fun. I was like, and it meant so much. It meant so much, period, but it also meant even more because I'm like, I know you genuinely have
Yeah.
been like thinking about this
Yeah.
for days since it ended. And the fact that he like went out of his way to come and like talk to me about it and like say thank you, I was like it was worth all of the secrets and all the planning and just like it was
very
perfect.
sweet. And for a 30th birthday, I feel like that was, it's such a
Yeah.
special one. And you're so right. He never would have planned anything big for him. And obviously like his friends being able to experience the Remi brand trip, like that was very sweet of you to even like go above and beyond. And even though it's like free quote for you to post, like that's still you working and it's very sweet. And that also doesn't go unnoticed
You're
because
so
like
sweet.
I thought I'd be getting my own room and you're like, no, I got it covered. And I was just like, you don't have to like,
I appreciate you
and I
even
get
thinking
it.
that.
You're my friend and I'm not his.
No.
So-
He said our
Our.
friend. I appreciate that so much. I was just so excited for Cal to recognize how many people
love him.
fucking die for him. Yeah. Because I feel like that's something that he needs to be reminded of. Like I remember even when we went to the day club and we were like our whole group was together waiting to get into the elevator and the promoter guy was like, oh, what are you guys here for? I was like, it's his birthday. He's like, damn, all these people came for you. And I was like, see, Cal, like it was such a good reminder for him that people will. His best friend, Russell, was holding his baby.
So cute, by the way.
Cutest baby. Holding his baby. He tripped recently and fell, but obviously like your instinct is to save the baby. So he saves the baby, but in doing so, he fell on furniture really bad.
I didn't know that.
That's why he wasn't able to drink, because he was on like certain medication, because he was in so much pain. He ended up really messing up his back. And he still came. He drove, sat in the back of his car, like laying
and
out.
that Rice Krispies cake. Oh,
so good. He drove, like he made the whole trip, like laying basically like at an angle for like 6 hours in the car so he could be there for Cal. He has such amazing friends. They're all such nice, good people.
Yeah.
And it was really, really sweet for them to show up for him.
Ah, love it.
Love it.
Live, laugh, love.
With that, guys, we hope you enjoyed this very long episode of Pretty Basic. We will catch you next week with another one.
And if you made it to the very,
sorry.
very end, comment
Huff and more puff.
Huff and more puff. And I don't know, like hype this video up maybe. Like, you know, there's the little hype.
Comment down below what soup you're going to eat at 4 a.m. Love you. Bye.
Toodles.